Hey there, my lovers and friends. This is my weight loss journey. Over the last 10 years, I discovered and made my way to the ketogenic diet and became a black girl who ketoed. But suddenly, the last few years, I have gained weight, lost discipline, and I'm looking to gain it back. Follow my story to learn more.
Hey there, lovers and friends. I hope all is well with you all, and I am so excited to come to you and share what I got going on and how I am trying to cultivate my weight loss situation. So I want to share with you this entire journey because I got fat again, part 2 a couple years later type of thing, and this is going to kind of be a story telling how I got here and what am I doing to fix it. So you want to stay tuned for all of that goodness, plus I'm going to drop a lot of tips for my mature sisters to drop some LBs. Alright, talk to you soon. Stay tuned and subscribe. Alright, lovers and friends, forgive me, I have my phone because I took notes about this whole situation around kind of this weight loss journey. If you guys don't know already, I put it down below, but I also put it down here. In addition to abenaatriesbeauty, where I really love, and as an outlet and hobby, love hair, makeup, wigs, and things of that nature, and trying different beauty trends, health-wise, I subscribe to the ketogenic lifestyle. So I have another Instagram which I'm also going to be sharing more details. So if you're on Instagram and you want to follow this journey more closely than what I'm putting on YouTube, then I tell you to hit that Instagram button right down there, because that one's going to likely have daily updates and things of that nature around my weight loss journey. So anyway, it's been a couple of years since I've really been on my strict ketogenic grind, and I have really been feeling it. The last couple of years, and I'm not even making excuses, I'm just sharing, I have not been on my game. I'll do it for a month and then I'll stop. I do it for a month and then I'll stop. And I think it's largely because I have lost and need to regain focus. And when I was at my most focused, I was at my most healthiest, and really keto adapted. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. It has become such the positive trend around the ketogenic diet. In terms of my history with it, I started to subscribe to the ketogenic diet probably over about 10 years ago. And that was through the use of and discovery of the HCG protocol. And the HCG protocol, I'll put it in short, and maybe I'll plug a definition in here. Essentially, it's a protocol, which means it's a process of really reorienting yourself to the way that you consume food by leveraging different phases to tap into your systematic and stored fat. And it was through me discovering this diet about 10 years ago that I went from that to paleo to ketogenic, and I achieved my best results all the time, and including maintaining a pretty good weight for about 2.5 years once I embraced keto 100%, as I came out of that protocol. This protocol is an assisted diet. It does require injections or drops that you can get prescribed from a doctor or from a pharmacy or from a team. A couple months ago, I did give this a try, but I did not stabilize, and that's important on this diet, is to follow the protocol. You have to go through different phases to stabilize on the diet. I'm only looking down on my phone because I want to be very specific about some of the notes I took on what I want to share with you all. Anyway, I'm getting back on it. I did it like a couple years ago. Again, I didn't stabilize correctly. And I think the most bothersome thing about this diet is the inability to exercise. So the time that I had the most success is I went through the protocol, which is essentially I went through 2 rounds, and then so maybe 6 months really, where you really can't exercise. But once you get into the 3rd phase of the diet, and I can do a detailed video if you all want, like 1, 2, and 3. There's a lot of material on YouTube, but it is quite dated. But separately, I'm going to talk as if you know about it, and if you don't know about it, I'm happy to do a deep dive at a later time. But once you get into phase 3, what I was doing was that I was hitting the gym and I was eating ketogenically. So it really made for when I felt better. I was fasting easier. I was on my feet. Like, it just made for like me being able to maintain the weight. Plus, I felt good. Like, I felt good. My body looked good. I could really move. Blah 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 blah. But essentially, HCG is a hormone that you will partake in if you part of the protocol that helps unlock your metabolism in a way that is if you were pregnant. It's a pregnancy hormone as well. If you are pregnant, the way that they test that you're pregnant is the HCG hormone. What it does is it tricks your body into thinking it's pregnant, and therefore your body recalibrates the way that it consumes food and burns fat as if you are pregnant. And this works for men and women. So what's new about this way that I'm trying that I haven't tried before, when I thought about my success, is that I really don't want to just be sitting around not doing anything at all. It becomes so like boring. It's winter time here and I just feel like I should be doing more. So I am trying the HCD 2.0 protocol, which there are some videos that I will link below that talk about it. There's also a book. I'm not gonna lie to you all, I did not read the book. I understood the concept from my many times before doing the protocol. But anyway, the HCD 2.0 is a ketosis based, high protein, low fat, and low carbohydrate diet. As opposed to the last protocol, there are no fruits, starches, grains, or dairy on this diet, and you are calculating your calories based on your basal metabolic. Hold on, I'm surely getting that all wrong. Your basal metabolic BMR. In terms of your BMR. So you go use the calculator on top of that. Just doing my research the last month, I wanted to do this diet about a month ago, but I'm really glad that I came across the 2.0 one, because it makes a lot of sense. When I have been doing the protocol in the past, I eventually have to cut out fruit, and I never did dairy anyway. But when I did integrate dairy back in the in a keto way, like, I would not lose. I wouldn't gain, but I would not lose. So I'm learning. What I love about this diet is that it is a detox, right? It's kind of an elimination diet where you can really see how foods inflame and react to you, and it retrains your mind as well. And that's kind of what I need. I need some focus here. I need to get together. I'm not eating well. I'm not doing healthy habits. So so that's what I'll be doing. I also like this diet for a few things that I'm going to be incorporating. One of my goals is to maintain at least 2 to 3 times a week of going to the gym, minimum 2. One of those days I have to do yoga. I have a yoga package, and I don't know about you, but I really kind of don't like, I'm realizing I don't like yoga that much, but I have this package, so I'll be taking a yoga class once a week, and then strength training a minimum once a week. You know, that's it. And and then maybe a walking program, like walking at least a mile or something like that, rowing, whatever, some type of something that gets me out the house and into the gym. So I like that, and because I'm consuming, it's based on your BMR, I'm consuming a bit more calories, that this shouldn't be a problem. I also have goals because I'm gonna tell y'all the critical key period to any type of weight loss is your water intake, period. And at my best, I was intaking 100 ounces, and for some reason it's been a challenge for me to get that deep of water hydration that I used to be able to like do. One of the ways that I used to be able to do it, that I'm incorporating in this diet, is that because you're taking in so little calories, or I don't want to say, you're taking in a more efficient calorie intake. It promoted me fasting, and I love brunch, but I don't like breakfast. You know, I'm not hungry when I get up, usually in the morning anyway. And so what I'm incorporating to get to my 100 ounces is I made a green tea drink. And yes, green tea by itself, you know, counts. I made this green tea concoction that I'll show you all in another video that includes a lot of vitamins that, you know, is about 33 ounces. So my goal is to drink that every day, plus another 16-ounce bottle before I have my first meal. So my skin should be glowing. We're gonna take pictures of my skin, my waistline, things of that nature. I just felt like I'm getting out of control with everything. Another thing that I learned on this that I really liked is that made sense for why, like when I was doing the protocol previously, the protocol had certain prescribed meats that you could eat that I usually stick to, but I was noticing the last time around I was getting like, I got some like, you know, chicken breast that was seasoned already, that it wasn't giving me the losses that I was used to. And what I like about this is Dr. Zach, I think is his name, comes up with this protein fat calorie ratio, right? This is a high protein diet, and I think that that's important for me, particularly since I'm going to be, you know, working out on this, is that he has this protein calculation where your protein needs to have a ratio of 3. So it's protein divided by carbohydrates plus fats, and it needs to have a ratio of 3. So I was looking through a lot of the meats that I would typically eat, and realizing that, like, oh man, this does not meet the protein ratio. And this already, again, is retraining me around the meats that I choose to eat from that perspective. Like, not all of them are created equal. Not all your protein is created equal. So that was fantastical. I learned a lot, so I can't wait to share with you again more about like the meal planning and the meal prepping and things like that. I do have one cheat that I'm doing on this diet. He does promote, Dr. Zach does promote the ability to consume some fats, and that fat being MCT oil, coconut oil. And there's a recipe for a mayonnaise, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to test this. But I have all of these aiolis that I bought, and these calories do count against your daily calorie intake, that I don't feel like making it. So I'm going to really test to see how it impacts. Usually on prior HCG diet, the 1.0, the regular one, I can get away with using a little bit of other oils, and it didn't impact my weight loss. So hopefully that's the same with this mayo. You can have 2 tablespoons a day, but I'm probably going to limit it to like 1, depending on what I make. And again, these are some aiolis that I have already. Aioli ain't nothing but like eggs and, you know, some fancy stuff that I just don't feel like making it. So that's going to be my one cheat, and I guess I'm not sure if that's considered dairy or not. The rest of the stuff I'll cook or make in coconut oil if needed. or put the coconut oil or MCT oil in something. I don't know what the case may be. Another thing is that I really need to shop my kitchen and save some money. Like in this new year, I need to save some money. So another way that I'm cutting back is that I had to empty out all of my cabinets because I'm having some work done in my kitchen. And I'm going through my cabinets like looking like I have a ton of food that I need to use, that I need to cook. So I think I have enough at least for 2 weeks of meal prep from that perspective. So only thing I'm gonna get from the grocery store are some things, because I want to also do a salad a day, which would have lettuce, onion, tomatoes, and peppers. Another thing that I'm excited about doing as a part of this is you know, getting back into my routine of B12. So I have B12 that I'll take in the morning, in addition to my 33 ounces of my green tea concoction. I'm also going to be waist training as well. I want to get back on that at least 8 hours a day, and I'm excited because you can have egg whites have a good ratio on this, so that's going to be good to, you know, I have a number of egg whites, so sometimes you kind of miss that on the original protocol. So those are kind of my goals. I'm going to do a separate video around as I'm moving through the different phases. I encourage you to join me, you guys, because not necessarily you want to follow this protocol, but if you're trying to get into keto, I think the best way to get into keto is to go, for me, is to go cold turkey, very clean keto. And this is going to be a very clean keto type of thing. And clean means you eliminating like really the dairy components, and eating these foods that are lean proteins, and you're getting your fat really from maybe MCT oil or coconut oil. Those are really clean types of things. So I just want to give you guys that update. I'm getting ready to head to the gym now, and I think I'm going to start tomorrow with phase 1. So I'll stay tuned with that. So thank you guys so much for hearing me ramble on this one, and stay tuned for my journey.
Thank you for following my weight loss journey. Please use the button below to subscribe to my channel, and also click this link to directly follow the playlist for all my Black Girls Keto content. Thank you.